Well, hello. Today is Thursday, December 29th, and it's the end of the day. I just never vlogged today. I didn't really do much. I got up at late. Well, I went to bed at 2 o'clock. In my defense, I went to bed at 2 o'clock, and I got up at 5 after 10 in the morning. Can you believe that? And then I had to wake Alyssa up at 11 because she was still sleeping. And then I woke David up at 2 because he was still sleeping. So we were just lazy asses all day. Jim got up at 5:30. And it was funny because when he always gives me a kiss goodbye when he leaves in the morning. And because of the schools aren't going to school, he works during the day rather than the afternoons. So he was giving me a kiss goodbye. And I was like in the middle of a dream, but I was awake, but not really awake. And I was getting so aggravated with him because I told him, get the laundry off the front lawn because it's been there all night, bring it in, and bring that Christmas tree to work because I don't want it there anymore. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, I left you a note on the counter explaining it all. Just bring the laundry in from the front lawn, put it in the house because it's been out there all night, and get rid of that Christmas tree. He said, oh, okay. And then he left. And then he thought, well, maybe she left a note, something about the Christmas tree. Maybe she's just mistaken about the laundry. He said, but I couldn't find a note. He said, so I just figured you were a nut. But I was dreaming it. It was like, I remember my dreams too, which is really odd, but I have really strange dreams. I should get a dream book so I can figure out what they mean. But it was funny. So anyway, I was kind of half awake, half asleep. Got up, went to the bathroom, went back to bed, and that's why I didn't get up till so late. And then I got a new set of pants for Christmas, and I thought, well, I'm going to reorganize my cupboards. Got to hide that fat neck. That doesn't look much better. So anyway, I was gonna. I have in the laundry room. I have a cupboard that I have like my storage things in, and then I have a broom closet which we converted into a storage cupboard before I put the cupboards in the laundry room. Not that you care. And so I was reorganizing that with, I have my crock pot and the coffee pots and stuff like that, extra appliances that you don't use every day. I have that in there. So I reorganized that, and I reorganized the other cupboards, and then I reorganized all the pans, and now I'm missing a frying pan. And I have to check with Christy because I think Christy took it. So I got all that all done, and then just watched TV. And then Jim got home, and we went to Best Buy because he bought me a virtual reality, one of those contraptions you put on your head, which I don't want. And I know it was terrible, but I told him I don't want it. I want to bring it back. And then he got one for Christmas too, but it doesn't work with his phone. Can't talk without my hand. So we were going to bring his back too. Well, he bought mine with his debit card on the 5th of December. So we stood on the return line and we get up to the counter, and we said we just wanted the cash because I was going to use the cash to go buy an organizer for the cupboard, which is why I was reorganizing the cupboard, because the bottom shelf doesn't pull out. My top shelves pull out, but the bottom shelf didn't, and I wanted the bottom shelf to pull out. So we get up there, and the girl says, "Well, it's going to go back on your debit card." And I said, "Well, no, we put it on the debit card. That's the same as cash. We want the money." And she said, "Well, our system's not set up that way." And I go, "You took the money out the minute we put it on debit. They took that money out that immediately from the bank account. But now you're telling me that we can't get our money back?" And she says, "Well, you'll get it back in 48 hours." And I go, "Well, 48 hours is Saturday, and the banks aren't open." And she says, "Well, then you'll get it on Monday." And I go, "Monday's the official holiday, so nothing's open on Monday, so we won't get it till Tuesday." "Well, yeah, you'll get it on Tuesday then." I was upset, but since I worked in retail and I know what it's like, and she was just doing her job, I let it go. But it just pissed me off. It's like, you took that money right away. You had no problem taking my money. They need to have a better system. If I would have put it on a credit card, or if I would have done it as a credit, I would understand that. I would understand putting it back on the card, but it was cash. As far as I'm concerned, it was cash. So instead we went to the Olive Garden, and we had a really good waitress. Well, not a really good waitress. She was a really sweet waitress, but they really overwork them. They expect a lot from their waitresses. But the food was delicious. I had a bowl of pasta fagioli, and I had a Coke. 2 of them really. And then I had 2 glasses of water. I had 2 breadsticks. And then they had this new stuffed sausage manicotti, rigatoni. You know those long tubes, and then they stuffed the sausage inside, and then it was smothered with mozzarella cheese. It was delicious. It was very fattening though, very fattening. But but that's about it. So now I'm home. It's about 9 o'clock. Oh, I know what we did this afternoon. David and I worked on an extra credit project so he could bring up a grade. And that's it. It was a gloomy day. It was a typical gloomy winter day. It was dark, cloudy, no sun. And it's snowing right now. Just flaky. It won't stick. But well, stick with me on Saturday. Check out my video on Saturday because I have a special announcement. I'm going to announce my plans for 2017, the year of Sandy, and I'm going to let you know what's going on. And I'm going to tell you what my plan is, what my plan of attack is, and how I am going to get fit. So 2017, stay with me because you know what? Let's get fit.